Off the Pacific coast of North America, nestled within the towering Redwood National Forest, lives a remarkable creature, the marbled murrelet. With its stout frame and elegant wings, this seabird is a testament to evolution's ingenuity. The marbled murrelet, scientifically known as Brachyramphus marmoratus, shares its lineage with several relatives, including the long-billed murrelet, the kidlet's murrelet, and the spectacled guillemot. Yet it stands alone as the only one marked endangered on the IUCN Red List. Join us as we uncover the secrets of this endangered species and the challenges it faces in its struggle for survival. The marbled murrelet resides in the redwood-dense coastal rainforests of North America. Their nesting habitats were the last of any bird in North America to be discovered, earning them their nickname Enigma of the Pacific. Their habitat differs from other alcidae birds as they split their time between the ocean and land. The birds need to nest and raise their young in the forest while hunting fish in the Pacific to feed their young and themselves. Old-growth forests are essential for them because they require the lichen, moss, and duff found there for nesting. Here in California, these birds live in the Redwood National Forest. But even if you went there, chances are you wouldn't be able to find them. They spend most of their time 200 feet above the ground atop ancient redwood trees. The old-growth forests of Redwood National Park exemplify the habitat of the murrelet, situated within 10 miles of the Pacific coast to facilitate movement between nesting sites and fishing grounds.
This map depicts the distribution of the murrelets that predominantly inhabit the Aleutian Islands, ranging from southern Alaska to southern California within the temperate zone of North America. These locations all have coastal, old-growth coniferous forests in common. The endangerment of the species is attributed to the limited availability of old-growth forests, which currently only constitute 4% of the original forests.
Forests have the right temperature, precipitation, and nutrients for murrelets. The temperatures remain moderate throughout the year, peaking from June to August and decreasing from September to January. There's a significant variation in precipitation levels, with a substantial increase from November to February, followed by a sharp decrease until August, before the cycle repeats.
The abiotic factors of the murrelet play a crucial role in its habitat and survival. Climate, such as temperature and precipitation, can affect the availability of food sources and nesting sites for the murrelet. Soil composition and quality also influence the type of vegetation that grow in the area, which in turn impacts the availability of resources for the bird. On the other hand, biotic factors like moss, trees, and lichen provide important nesting materials and camouflage for the murrelet. These biotic factors not only serve as physical structures for the nesting, but also offer protection from predators and harsh weather. The interplay between abiotic and biotic factors is essential for the murrelet's adaptation and success in its environment.
Marbled murrelets, similar to all avian species, are homeothermic and endothermic, which requires them to consume more food to fuel metabolic processes for maintaining internal body temperature. As consumers who are primarily carnivores, marbled murrelets primarily feed on nearshore prey such as the Pacific herring, northern anchovy, Pacific sandlance, and capelin, with fish accounting for 60 to 100% of their diet. They dive into water to catch their food and resurface within a minute.
Their strategies for hunting have been fine-tuned over many generations of evolution. This murrelet is diving for some food. First, you can see its short neck and torpedo-shaped body minimizing its drag underwater. Then look to the rear of its body. The bird's feet are well positioned for navigating underwater. One of the non-trivial physiological adaptations included in this video is the bird's ability to osmoregulate. Murrelets have glands close to their nostrils to help them expel excess seawater, a clear example of active transport. Furthermore, a key adaptation for the birds are its egg-laying practices. It lays its eggs on moss in high branches of the old-growth trees to keep them away from predators.
Furthermore, a key adaptation for the birds are its egg-laying habits. It lays eggs on moss in high branches of the old-growth forest trees to keep them away from predators. This brings us to the reproductive success of the murrelets. Let's go step by step. The courtship behavior has rarely been observed. In one account, the two birds were seen extending their necks skyward while slowly swimming towards each other. When they mate, they lay a single egg on a mat of moss and take turns incubating it. After the chick hatches, its parents feed it fish for about a month. Finally, after fledging, scientists have actually found no evidence of continued parental care.
habitat destruction, pollution, and invasive species, the acronym HIPCO spells out the grim reality facing the marbled murrelet. This especially becomes a problem when you notice the vital ecosystem services the bird provides.
Firstly, the murrelet plays an essential role in the forest ecosystem. Let's go to Washington's Olympic National Park to see this in action. The birds nesting on the moss in the forests contribute to the reproduction of mosses by using them as nests and spreading them throughout the forest. Additionally, they assist in the fertilizing of trees by transporting tree seeds to various parts of the forest.
Second, we need to see the positive effects these birds have on the local food chain. Let's go to Oregon, another state where these birds are endangered. Here you can see them preying on the Pacific sandlands, herring, and sea perch. They contribute to the health of our food chain by regulating the fish population. Excessive fish populations can lead to deteriorating of water quality, disturbance of the nitrogen cycle, and depletion of oxygen, ultimately impacting the ecosystem services provided by marine environments, such as seafood and shoreline stabilization.
Humans are impacting marbled murrelets in 3 key ways. First, you can talk about habitat destruction. Humans are destroying the old-growth forests that the marbled murrelets need to survive, meaning that they have less usable nesting sites and therefore less reproductive success.
Secondly, ocean pollution, including oil spills and plastic debris, can threaten the murrelets in 2 ways. First, if they ingest the plastic, they will likely die. And if their prey, the small fish, ingest the plastic, they will also die, leading to less food for the murrelets, leading to malnutrition and an overall decrease in reproductive success.
Lastly, invasive species like crows and ravens are negatively impacting murrelet populations by preying on them in old-growth forests where they do not belong. The increase in the number of these predators in certain forests is attributed to human litter.
Humans are also endeavoring to preserve the environment in order to safeguard various species from extinction. Researchers are studying the impacts of specific changes to old-growth forests on the wildlife inhabiting them. By protecting the environment, rather than resorting to costly short-term measures like breeding animals in captivity, more sustainable, long-term, and cost-effective solution is being pursued. The nesting habits of the marbled murrelets make them particularly vulnerable to endangerment due to their unique egg-planting behavior and delayed maturation compared to other bird species. Due to the significant environmental changes occurring rapidly, we foresee a bleak future for the species. The extinction of the marbled murrelet could have a cascading effect on the ecosystem and broader biosphere, disrupting predator-prey relationships and ecosystem balance. The loss of this key predator may lead to population blooms of small fish, impacting biodiversity and forest health due to the loss of tree canopy fertilization. The extinction of the marbled murrelet could severely destabilize both marine and terrestrial ecosystems with far-reaching consequences.
However, there's still hope, as the majority of old-growth forests are currently under protection. When visiting a national park such as Redwood National Park in California, it is important to be conscious of your waste and ensure you leave no trace. By practicing greater consideration in outdoor settings and understanding the impact of human activities on bird species, we can all contribute to the conservation of the murrelet.
I am a seabird, I am a tree bird, but lately I ain't felt like a free bird. You think you got problems, you think you got it rough. Let me offer some perspective, now listen up. Good chance you never laid your eyes on me. I make my nest in the upper canopy, a high branch, a place where I can land, homie. 200 feet above, no one can lay their hands on me. I roost on reiterated trunks, a platform of moss, lichens, and duff. And this stuff don't grow on just any tree. My home is the old growth, I'm talking about the OG. And nightly, I fly out to the Pacific to get food for my chick, cause she only eats fish. I get to the wood before the break of day, cruising back in my tree at 60 mph. My name is Murrelet, let's not forget. Ooh, my name is Murrelet, let's not forget. Ooh, my name is Murrelet, let's not forget. Still roll with my crew on the west coast. My name is